The following is a presentation of Muddy River Sports.
Well, howdy, Chris Duerr.
Well, howdy, Matt Schuckman.
Can you believe we're almost to the end of October?
It has been a race of epic proportions to get here.
It has been crazy.
It has been crazy, and it has been fun. I mean, it's been like a roller coaster ride at this point, and super fast.
And I think I've told you fall's my favorite time of the year. October's my favorite month of the year.
Agreed on both fronts?
But I had an interesting revelation over the weekend about October. And we're going to get to that as we launch My Brothers, a Muddy River podcast brought to you by CDS Office Technologies. He's Chris Duerr. I'm Matt Schuckman. Once again, coming to you on a Wednesday. Today's my mom's birthday.
Happy birthday, Mama Schuckman.
88 years old.
God, that's amazing.
That's
God bless her.
Crazy, isn't it?
It is.
So I spent some time with my parents over the weekend, and my mom has a perpetual calendar hanging on the wall in the kitchen. Last time I was over there, the hook that it hangs on, and I swear it's been hanging there for 30 years without changing that hook. It just slipped out of the wall. I looked up and there's no more perpetual calendar up there. I'm like, what's going on? And my dad, I got to put a new hook in. I'm like, you want me to do it? No, I got it. And grumbles but it was hung back up.
You do a very good imitation of your dad, by the way.
Thank you.
Yes.
I could give you a few.
I'm sure you could.
But I went back over there, and we've always had a lot of October birthdays. My birthday's in October. My sister's born the day after my mom.
Yes.
So.
By the way, belated happy birthday to you. Yes.
And then my niece was born October 27th. So we always. And then I looked up, and there's more birthdays on the perpetual calendar, and I'm like, I didn't realize that the next generation. That I have great nieces and nephews with October birthdays. Because they all run together, and at some point I can't remember all the birthdays.
So your anniversary's in October as well?
Yes, it is.
Man, I don't envy you this month in terms of that. That's a lot to keep track of, my man.
Yeah, it really is. It gets a little overwhelming, but that's what notebooks are for, to write them down.
Smart man.
Not forgetting that. I am not a Google Calendar person. I had somebody ask me last week about that, like, trying to set up an appointment for some things. And they're like, well, can you just put it on your calendar? That way everybody at the office can see it. And I went, what are you talking about? And they're like, your Google Calendar, so that way everybody has access to it. I'm like, I don't do that. I know you don't.
No, I certainly don't. No.
I still use notebooks. And
I write on a physical calendar that I get every year from Staples. And I will do that until the day I die.
I go through notebooks like water, it feels like at times.
I'm sure you do, but this is what we do.
This is what we do. It's all I've ever known.
Creatures of habit. Did you get a chance to do anything for your birthday? Did you get a chance to do anything for your anniversary?
Nothing crazy. I mean, obviously, I did take a little time off, as I told you last week.
As nobody on the planet can tell because you seemed ever present the entire month so far, but go ahead.
But I did take last Thursday evening off. I did some work during the day, but made sure by the time Michelle got home from work, that was our anniversary was last Thursday.
Good.
Spent some time with her. We watched a movie, I think, or did we just watch a TV show? I don't know. We got talking, and then we were going to put a movie on Netflix. And then we ended up talking so much that we forgot about it, and it was like, oh, well, we're gonna have to rewatch that now. But that's what happens in our world is our schedules don't match.
No, they don't.
And they never have. My wife and I's schedules have never matched. She gets off work at 5 every day. I'm usually gone.
Right.
So when we get a night home, we can catch up. We can talk and fill each other in on everything going on in our work lives and everything else. And then next thing you know, it's time to go to bed because, she's got to get up by early the next morning to get to work. And
sure.
My weird schedule means
I'm going
to go to my desk at 10 o'clock at night after she goes to bed and work,
Sports widows.
Yeah, and Angie knows that very well.
They're sainted women for dealing with our schedules.
So, it's been it's been a really good month, and it's fun. I'm excited for my mom's birthday and spend a little time with my parents. My dad will turn 89 in December. So.
Oh, wow. He doesn't act 89.
No, he acts 12.
Yeah, again, can kind of see where he gets it or where you get it.
Where I get it, yes. No doubt about it. So what's on your mind this week? Anything
So I
exciting?
had a couple of different things because I've spent an awful lot of time on the road.
Yes, you have.
And
we're both going to be spending time on the road now that we're getting to postseason
Yes,
too.
we are.
So that's going to increase a little bit.
I'm not a podcast guy. I listen to some music, but usually I spend most of my trips talking to myself in my car. Some of it is writing Duerrisms in my head. Some of it is having conversations with myself.
Do you record any of them? Like if you get a thought,
unless I get a really good idea that I think I might forget.
Well, that's what I was going to say. If you get a thought for Duerrisms while you're driving, do you record it?
I do. I will do that on occasion.
I've done that. I've been on my way home from a game, and a lead has popped in my head, and I can't write it down because I'm driving.
Right, you can't do that.
So I grab the tape recorder.
And just say it.
So that way I don't forget it.
Voice to whatever that command is has been very useful. You know, where I use the voice to text.
Oh, see, I've never used voice to text.
So it helps a lot.
But I always have my work bag in the front seat, and I can just pull my tape recorder out.
Well, that's a beautiful thing.
I'm old school.
Yeah, you are old school.
I really am old school.
So one of the things that I happened to see or spy this weekend, and I wanted to talk to you about this because it sparked some debate on social media. I was sitting around on Sunday. I didn't have anything to do after we got done with the grandkids. And I looked and the debate had arisen about French fries.
Okay.
Who has, among the fast food joints, your favorite French fries? And there was a lot of really passionate arguments.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, and everybody has a favorite. Well, and I know you're not eating fries like you used to. Good for you.
Correct. I've changed my diet.
But did you have a favorite? Were you passionate about any one set of fries?
Okay. Growing up, it was really hard not to love McDonald's French fries. They were the best, obviously. I think that was kind of universal. McDonald's fries. You went to, you could care less. I could have cared less about a Big Mac any time in my life. And there was, and even in recent years when I was eating really crappy, I wouldn't get fries most places if I go. If I was on the road and I stopped at a fast food joint, I'd just get a couple sandwiches and go.
Okay.
No fries. But at McDonald's, I'd always get fries.
Sure.
And I think there's a way of, depends on what you like.
Okay.
Do you like them really crispy? Do you like them really soft on the inside? Do you like them really salty or lightly salted? Do you like thick? Do you like the steak fry variety?
Sure.
Do you like curly fries? Do you like seasoned fries? Do you like waffle fries?
Sure.
And there's so many ways you could look at it. Probably my favorite, and again, it's my favorite fast food restaurant.
Okay.
And I have not had it, since my hospital stay.
Good for you.
And I don't know when I'll have it again because we don't have it here for one.
Right.
And I'm trying to really behave when I'm on the road.
Good boy.
But Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
The original chicken sandwich with the waffle fries, sometimes they're not very crisp. And that's the downfall for me, is if they're not really crisp, they're okay.
Is it a texture thing for you with the waffle shape?
No, I just think they look good and taste good.
Okay.
And you can say that and again, I don't know how to prove it, and somebody out there may watch this and go, well, here's the information. I've been told over and over again, the lattice fries were originated in Quincy.
Really?
I've been told that.
I had no idea.
I've been told that. I don't know where to find it to verify it.
Okay.
But I've been told that legend. So if somebody knows where exactly it happened, I don't know. Sprouts Inn used to have fantastic waffle fries. Again, I haven't been there for a while, but their lattice fries, fantastic. To me, lattice fries are my favorite kind of fry.
Okay.
Now, over the weekend, talking with some people, I found out that the Rustic Oak in Hannibal has phenomenal sweet potato fries.
I love sweet potato fries in general, yes.
Now, my wife and I will do sweet potato fries at home. We don't fry them in oil.
No.
We put them in the oven.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I should try the air fryer.
Yeah.
But we put them in the oven, get them soft, and then put them under the broiler and get them crispy. They're phenomenal.
Do you do condiments with your fries?
I am a ketchup guy.
Okay.
And Dr. Rayburn, I've really cut back, so don't yell at me. I am a ketchupaholic. Like, I got to have ketchup with my fries.
Okay.
Outside of, like when we do sweet potato fries, I put garlic on them.
Okay.
And I don't need ketchup then.
Sure.
But if I'm eating just plain old French fries, I go through a lot of ketchup.
Never ranch, never...
Oh, God, no.
Okay. Have you ever done like the Portillo's cheese fries?
No.
hold any interest to you at all?
No, cheese fries don't hold a lot of interest with me. I'd much rather dip them in ketchup.
Okay. So ketchup, purist.
Yeah.
Okay.
And none of this green ketchup to make
Just
money.
regular red ketchup. Yes.
Give me regular red ketchup. I don't need anything else.
Okay.
And that's, for me, that's pretty standard, not just fries. Because I hate mustard.
Okay.
I don't like mayo.
Yeah, I'm not a mayo
I
fan.
don't like ranch.
I'd never really gotten into the ranch thing.
You know, I like barbecue sauce.
Okay, good change.
But those would be my two condiments, barbecue sauce and ketchup.
Okay.
I pretty much don't use any other condiments.
So have you ever, like, some of the fries that kind of elicited the most passionate responses both ways? Five Guys. Did you?
I like when I've been there. I've only been there a handful of times.
Okay.
The Cajun fries.
Okay.
I like those.
They have a little spice, a little kick to them.
I like that.
Does the peanut oil bother you? Are you one way or the other? Because some people can't stand it and some people love it and swear by it.
And again, that comes back to, do you like them crispy? Do you like them salty? Do you like them in peanut oil? Do you like them in vegetable oil? Like all those things.
Have you ever been to an In-N-Out burger?
No, I never have.
Okay. I don't.
I've been to a Whataburger.
Yeah, okay.
But I've never been to In-N-Out.
Okay. I love In-N-Out's burgers. I've never shared the fry love. My wife, since I've taken her to California, loves the fries there.
I've never been to California. That's probably why I've never had In-N-Out.
And me with Five Guys, I'm not a huge fan. I tried them with the malt vinegar because I do like fish and chips.
Okay.
It didn't work for me with a burger or with a hot dog or anything else. I think that's very specific to fish and chips. I tend to have to agree with you, Matt Schuckman. I tend to think that, and I'm not a big carb guy who has to eat fries anytime I get a burger.
Yeah.
But when I go to Chick-fil-A, it feels right to have waffle fries.
It does.
I do them no ketchup. I do them just plain, but my wife loves them with ketchup, and I can see that being a thing as well.
Portillo's crinkle cut fries are pretty dynamite, I gotta say.
I actually prefer Portillo's onion rings to their fries, to be honest with you. Not my favorite onion rings in the world, but pretty good because they have sort of a body to them.
Yeah.
I like my onion rings kind of crispy and with a body to them. So
that makes sense.
Yeah. But like I said, I'm not that passionate about it.
But let's be honest.
Yeah.
Is there anything bad on Portillo's menu?
I tend to be a big fan of everything that I've had on Portillo's, except they have one burger that is covered in barbecue sauce.
Okay.
And when I say covered, I think it's called the rodeo burger.
Like drenched in barbecue?
Drenched in it. When you pick it up, you get barbecue sauce everywhere.
I've never had a burger
that.
at Portillo's because to me that defeats the purpose of going to Portillo's, in my opinion. Yeah. Again, this is strictly me. If I'm going to an Italian beef place,
you want the Italian beef.
I'm going to get an Italian beef.
Do you like the Chicago dog?
Oh, absolutely not.
No, you don't like the Chicago dog.
I don't like mustard.
Well, okay, that would probably kill it.
I don't like relish.
Well, that would certainly kill it.
And people will yell at me for putting ketchup on a hot dog if you're in Chicago.
Yeah.
So typically, I'll order it plain.
Have you done?
And then put my own ketchup.
Have you done the Maxwell Street Polish? Do you like the? Oh, you don't like mustard.
I don't like mustard.
Yeah.
So again, I like hot dogs. I like brat. I love brats.
Yeah.
I like Polish sausage.
Okay.
I just don't want the crap on it.
No, I don't blame you. I don't like things sloppy in general.
So typically when I order a dog or a kielbasa or a brat or something, plain, and then I can put my own ketchup on it or barbecue sauce or something or onions. I'll do ketchup and onions.
Are you a dip guy with the Italian beef? Do you dip it in the juice?
I don't have a preference. Okay. I've done it both ways. It's good.
How about the peppers? Sweet? No peppers?
No, usually no peppers. Okay. Every now and then, just. Again, I'm a pretty simple guy when it comes to my sandwiches, and my wife could tell you this, my friends, everybody. I don't do a lot of extras. I don't want lettuce and tomato and all that on my cheeseburger.
No, I get it.
I might do lettuce every now and then. I don't want tomato on my cheeseburger. Maybe onion, depending on how I'm feeling. Yeah. Lettuce rare, onion more, but typically cheeseburger, ketchup, bacon.
Bacon's great on a burger.
Bacon's great on onion.
Okay.
And that's it. Sometimes pickle, depending on my mood.
Are you a grilled onion guy? Do you like grilled onions?
Like them both ways.
Okay.
Probably prefer regular onions, not grilled, but I like grilled onions, so I'll eat them if that's how they're being served. An onion ring on top of a cheeseburger.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah. Gotta admit. But.
And are you a guy that will do a Western burger because of your love of barbecue sauce? Okay. So the onion ring and the barbecue sauce works for you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Like I said, I'm pretty open with that kind of stuff.
Okay, so do you have a favorite fry from a fast food restaurant?
I think I've come back to Chick-fil-A just because, I like the different texture to it.
Yeah.
And it goes really well with their chicken sandwiches, which I think are very good to begin with. You asked me about Portillo's. I've not had anything on Portillo's menu that I haven't liked, including I had a chopped salad once.
Okay.
And their chopped salad was really good.
Okay.
It's like, I think they, you have to go to the right Portillo's because some of the Portillo's are not run as well as others.
Correct.
And I have Portillo's I go to and Portillo's that I won't.
Have you done the chocolate cake shake?
I have. That's too much chocolate for me. I'm not a chocoholic. I also tried, one time they had the strawberry lemon, and I didn't like that either.
I will say this. Chocolate cake is very good.
Their chocolate cake is good, yes.
Nope. There are certain times, and I don't know if they're doing it right now or not, but I know there was a time they had lemon cake on the menu.
Yeah. Yeah, I like lemon cake as well.
I like lemon. I like lemon pudding. I like, lemon bars. I like the flavor of that.
Yes.
So...
I'm
more than chocolate.
I'm actually a fan, and I'm going to tell you this because there's not one here.
Yeah.
But when I go to St. Louis, every so often I feel like a Shake Shack burger.
Okay.
They're very different. They do one of their burgers, they do, like one of their signature burgers, they do a cherry pepper relish. Not like sweet relish, but like it has it's just cheese, bacon, and this cherry pepper relish, which gives it a little bite. It's almost like it's pickled. Probably not your thing.
Nope.
But I've never
because I don't like pickled vegetables. I like pickles.
Okay.
Like I like dill pickles. I don't like bread and butter pickles. I like dill pickles. But anything pickled onions, pickled whatever. No,
I love pickled stuff, and I've eaten a lot of Asian food. So one of the things, like when I go to Soul to Soul, is they always have like something pickled with their bao buns, and I'm a huge fan of those.
Yeah, I know you are.
Yeah. So
nope.
But yeah, I get it.
It's just not my style. And here's the thing, I've always enjoyed eating a salad. I eat a lot more salads now because I've changed my diet. And I'll shave carrots or I'll chop up carrots and put some of that stuff in my salad, but not pickled.
Okay. How adventurous do you get with your salads? Do you like a wedge salad with the blue cheese and the bacon?
No, I don't like blue cheese.
No blue cheese. Do you like an Asian salad with like a ginger dressing?
Sort of. Okay. I mean, I've tried them.
Not your favorite.
I'm pretty standard because I've never. Okay, full disclosure.
Yeah.
I probably didn't eat dressing on my salad until I was probably 18 or 19.
So you just ate it plain?
Just cheese, lettuce, and
do you have a dressing go-to?
Now I do, yes, and I've gotten to that point. Italian.
Okay, good.
And I love Caesar. Caesar salad's my favorite.
Yeah, I'm a big Caesar
salad.
So
like on our anniversary, Michelle, we had dinner, and I got her salmon or a Parmesan crusted salmon.
Yeah.
And I did a Caesar salad. That was our anniversary dinner.
One of my favorite experiences in a restaurant, Joe's Stone Crab up in Chicago.
Yep.
They do table-sized Caesar preparation.
Oh, very nice.
And that's very 1970s, but I love it. It's one of those things like I'd rather do that than like Cherry's Jubilee or some kind of dessert thing. Just make the Caesar salad for me at the table is awesome.
My concession with Caesar salads now is I used to do a lot of fried chicken chopped up.
Yeah, right.
I've gone to the grilled chicken.
Good for you.
To
Are you a
save some
crouton
calories.
guy?
Yeah, I like croutons.
Yeah, okay, so.
But again, when you try to cut back on certain aspects, TGI Fridays had the best croutons I can ever remember on a dark bread like rye, but they were really crunchy but really soft in the middle.
I used to like the croutons at Lanzarotti's in Jacksonville with that Lanzarotti's dressing and their cheese. I mean, that was a really good salad back in the day when they were still open.
And it's funny, but you know who has really good salad dressing? But if you like Italian dressing,
sure.
Imo's.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, but I would get that because it's a pizza joint.
Yeah.
And it makes sense as a pairing with a pie.
Yeah.
So to go backwards a little bit, I told you I like Shake Shack. I've never had the shake, which they're famous for.
Right.
I'm not a big shake guy, and I certainly can't see pairing it up with a burger. It just never made sense to me.
I don't get it. Like if I go somewhere and a lot of people order a burger, go steak and shake, burger and a shake.
Yeah.
No. I like shakes. Don't get me wrong, but that was never my go-to.
Okay. It just they never really did much for me on that front. So that's interesting. I'm glad we kind of have come to a consensus, at least on our favorite fries with Chick-fil-A. So
yeah, I mean, again, fries are fries to me.
Yeah.
They got to be crispy. They got to be salty. That's my only take on them. There's no place I'm going, I want to go get those fries.
Sure.
I got to get those fries, when I'm on the road or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, it goes, you try certain things along the way. You try things because people say, hey, go try this.
Sure.
Go do this. And then, a lot of times I'm disappointed.
Sure, I get it.
Yeah. Especially if you're on the road and you go through a drive-through and they put it in the bag and you set the bag on your seat and you get back on the highway. And if they've sat there very long, they start to get wilty and soggy, and it's okay.
Yeah.
And you end up throwing the fries away. I'd much rather get, back in the day, 2 sandwiches instead of a sandwich and fries.
Well, I like, I'm less fry inclined than I am onion rings. And, I have onion rings that I love on one side of the viewership at the Pear Tree over in Macon. And on the other end, at Burger Board in Jacksonville. Those are probably my 2 favorite sets of onion rings in the tri-state.
Those are good onion rings.
They are very good onion rings. All right, second question for you, because we haven't had a chance to talk about this yet.
Yeah.
We are in the throes of one of the most exciting Mizzou football seasons ever. Obviously, a little thrilling and a little bit nerve-wracking on Saturday in the Auburn game.
Did you have trouble breathing there about 10 o'clock Saturday
I had
night?
a lot. My wife went to bed and she said she heard me both yelling and clapping, which doesn't lead to her sleep. I have this thing I do, and she makes fun of me because, when the Kings are on a roll, you hit a 3-pointer, I slap my hands reflexively.
Okay.
I did the same thing on the Zion Young sack that sealed the deal. By the way, what a game for him. His histrionics bug me, but I love the way he plays.
He gets after it, man.
So you've heard all the Eli Drinkwitz rumors, innuendo, Penn State, Florida, wherever.
Why would you leave Missouri for Florida right now?
I don't know why.
I wouldn't. And I'm not sure I'd want to go to Penn State.
I mean, if you're going to fire James Franklin with what he accomplished there,
yes.
What's the end game there?
One bad stretch of football and you're fired?
It's sort of maddening what it's become.
Yeah. And I'm sure there's other things behind the scenes that we don't know about, which led to that firing. That goes on everywhere.
Sure.
But no, what Eli Drinkwitz has done at Mizzou, he needs to stay. He's got it in the right direction. The recruiting classes are getting better, kind of like Dennis Gates is doing with basketball program.
Dennis Gates' class is insane.
But you're doing it the right way. You were in the game against Alabama.
You were.
What's
your level of concern this week? And are you surprised that you and I have lived long enough to see ESPN College Game Day go to Nashville for a Mizzou-Vandy game?
Vandy. I'm shocked by it. It's fantastic.
It's good for the league.
It's good for the league. It's good for college football. And I think it's going to be a whale of a game. And I'll call it right now. Mizzou by 10.
I hope you're right. This game,
I may be foolish,
this game gives me such pause because I do think Vandy is legit.
Okay.
And these are games that you and I have lived our entire Mizzou fandoms, yours longer than mine.
Yeah.
These are the games that constantly break our hearts. I thought that watching the Auburn game. Here it's all gone.
Oh, yeah.
And why does Ahmad Hardy only have 50 yards rushing? It's like, what are we doing?
I was ready to throw in the towel many times during that game. As a Mizzou fan, I've done that over the years, been ready to throw that in. I've never thrown in it. And again, my belief that they'll beat Vandy is the reason that I do not bet on college football or anything.
Good for you.
Because I can't separate my heart from it.
Right.
Some people can. Some people can go, okay, I'm going to – and I got a lot of friends that I know that are on DraftKings or FanDuel or whatever platform it is, and they look at the spread and they look at all this stuff and they pick a winner, and it's like – I look at it and go, I want Mizzou to win that game. I'm going to pick. Wait, no, you can't do that because you got to pick against the spread and do all this stuff. I'm like, no, I want them to win.
Dude, do you know how many times?
That's how I do it.
Do you know how many times I've seen the movie Casino? How many times I've watched Ace Rothstein tell you anybody who bets on sports they're a sucker, especially if you're betting confidently. I don't spend a penny because I'm smart enough to know how dumb I am relative to the odds.
Oh. Without a doubt, in my case. And again, there's a reason why I never win an NCAA tournament bracket pool.
Pick with your heart.
I pick with my heart because I will never write that school to the west of Missouri on a single bracket. I never will.
And it's a shame that they have wrecked so many of your brackets.
They have, and I will write Mizzou in as deep as I possibly can every single time, and it's wrecked my bracket multiple times.
Well, maybe things are turning around finally.
Yeah, I think so.
I think Mizzou now has the talent to compete at that level with what Dennis Gates is doing at this
without
point.
a doubt.
I have a third question for you. Non-sports related this week.
Okay.
Because I finished up a really great series this week on
we've
HBO.
gone French fries, Mizzou football, so it's back to the non-sports.
It's back to the non-sports.
I like it.
By the way, talking to the guys from the Centralia Sportscast this week.
You did the halftime show with you.
They threw you a lot of love. First of all, they asked me about Chuck on a Truck. First question out of it, I said, it is the dumbest and smartest concept I've ever seen in anything in media in the history of my life.
Simplest thing I've done.
So simple. But
and it's part of a Halloween decoration, too.
They also pointed out we rarely ever talk about sports on this. So I did throw a little Mizzou in, but they liked the fact that we were talking about other things.
We talk about sports all the time.
We do.
Every other thing we do during the week is talk about sports. So why not talk about something else? Because we don't live in a sports bubble.
We do not. So I finished up HBO's Task, which is one of my favorite things. One of two things on HBO this year I thought were absolutely incredible, and everybody's kind of dismissed away. The HBO is prestige or premier television anymore, and now it's back all of a sudden. So whatever. I wanted to know if there's an actor or an actress. Like if you find out they're doing a television project. Because, Mark Ruffalo doesn't do a lot of television, and he's gotten a lot of love for Task, and deservedly so with what he's done. Is there somebody that if they came to television and you knew that there was an actor that was doing something, or is there somebody that if you found out that they have a movie brewing, it doesn't have to be with a big director or anybody, but you saw that what their movie calendar was, would instantly make you buy a ticket to go see what they do?
Yeah, Nicolas Cage.
That's a really good one.
For the longest time, anything he's in, I'm watching. Doesn't matter. It might be the weirdest movie out there.
And most Nicolas Cage movies are pretty weird.
They have a uniqueness to them.
Yes.
For whatever reason, I fell absolutely in love with the National Treasure movies.
Yeah.
And again, part of that's the history buff in me as well.
I remember. Yeah, you do have a really cool connection to that.
Yeah, and so again, I really love those. But you can go back through his entire. Pig was really good.
I loved Pig.
Pig was
I
awesome.
thought Pig was an underrated movie, and what an interesting concept.
Yes, and I thought it was fantastic. And again, Nicolas Cage, there's something unique about him. Gone in 60 Seconds was good. The Rock was good. Like, I can go up and down the line. I'm going to watch it. It might be a terrible movie, but he makes it enjoyable for me.
I actually had a celebrity encounter with Nicolas Cage.
Oh, really?
I was in the airport trying to fly home to San Francisco because I was going to meet my parents out there from LA.
Okay.
And I wasn't paying any attention. I was in line, and some dude kept pestering the guy ahead of me about, you were in Birdie. And I turned around, it was Nicolas Cage. He was trying to be so nice, but this guy would not leave him alone.
Oh, wow.
Nicolas Cage is a really good answer. And you're right, he's made such an eclectic range of movies. He made the vampire movie just recently that was really good. He made the movie that was very meta about his own life.
Yeah.
He makes great movies. That's a really good call. I would not have thought that, but then now you mentioned, National Treasure. Now I get it. Yeah.
There's something about those movies when they pop on TV. I even like Con Air. Con Air is a terrible movie.
I don't know that it's a terrible movie. It's a good guilty pleasure movie.
That's what it. For me, it always has been. Josh Houchins, our little buddy.
Yeah, amen.
He was one of those that hated the movie, but every time it came on, he watched it anyway. It was.
They did such a good job setting up the campy villains and Cyrus the Virus. And
oh my!
Malkovich is so good in an evil role. Probably in one of our favorite movies of all time, Rounders.
Without a doubt, yeah. So. I think Rounders would be on our top 5 list of that we both. I think that's the one movie I know we would agree on.
We would
being high on both of our lists.
Indeed.
Who would be your actor?
So I have one that's kind of out of left field because I talked about HBO and I thought about this year because Task was great, but it wasn't the only thing that I thought was a masterpiece on HBO this year. Were you an Eastbound and Down fan?
Yeah.
Danny McBride. In everything that he does, there's a certain humor and fun, and he was great as Kenny Powers.
Yes.
But this year wrapped up the final episode in the final season of The Righteous Gemstones, which, played on one level very humorously, but I thought this year was so great because they actually gave us an origin story for the Righteous Gemstones without any kind of fanfare or advance notice.
Okay.
And it was like a historical, very serious piece, and you turn it on, and the actor is Bradley Cooper. Like for television, and Bradley Cooper played the original gemstone in this that, kind of explained how they got into the business of religion. because he was a con artist and a murderer
Okay.
who took the identity of somebody who was
Okay.
a preacher in the Civil War.
Gotcha.
And it was so well done, and it was like, I don't think people give Danny McBride enough credit for, he's certainly a funny guy.
Yes.
But the stuff that he does really works on a lot of different levels. So
True.
this is one that's kind of come up in recent years.
Okay.
And I don't think enough people out there, and I know some people that I talk with from here who love it, get it.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was something that got sampled enough. Whereas a lot of people, just because we all love baseball, went and watched Kenny Powers just, slay at every scene he was in.
No
Danny
doubt.
McBride's a very talented man.
I like that.
Thank you.
That's a unique one. I was not expecting
No,
that.
I didn't think, but I just thought.
You know who I was expecting you to say? Daniel Day-Lewis.
I like Daniel Day-Lewis's work in a lot of things. Some of the stuff at the end of his career got a little different.
Yes, it did.
And wasn't necessarily. And I like prestige movies.
Yeah.
Wasn't necessarily my thing.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, if you're asking me greatest performances of all time, he has a couple up there where he's playing bad guys that, in There Will Be Blood, that was, and, Gangs of New York are two of the best acting performances, just a dude eating up celluloid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you're a Denzel guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's another guy that I think when he's in a movie, it can
Agreed.
tend to, although I didn't
Agreed.
like him in the Gladiator remake.
No, I agree. That didn't do it for me.
And there are people that I wanted to like in movies, like John Hamm from the University of Missouri,
Of course.
because he was Don Draper, and Mad Men is probably my favorite TV series of all time, if not in the top 3. But I can't think of a really good John Hamm movie or vehicle since that I went, and I want him to succeed.
Well, and
Blues fan.
And I really enjoyed Top Gun Maverick. But
That's not about him.
But it's not about him.
Yeah.
But his character was just,
Yeah.
he was kind of an ass in the
Well,
movie.
he was supposed to be, I think,
Yeah, I
yeah.
know. But it was just like, okay.
Yeah, but it's just, some of these things never translated. So.
It makes sense.
What do you got this week, my man?
Okay, so we're past the midpoint of October.
Okay.
So this is Chris Duerr week because it's the start of the NBA season, and we are going to be incessantly overrun on this show with Sacramento Kings references.
It's true.
But I do have a question for you regarding the Kings. I don't know if the Kings are going to be very good this year.
They're not.
I
I've resigned myself, and I'm almost hopeful of that.
was trying to be polite about
Thank
it.
you. You were diplomatic.
I didn't say Kings are going to be terrible.
You're right.
But they might be.
They probably are.
They
yes,
might be.
yes.
But do you have a favorite Sacramento Kings player of all time?
I do.
Okay.
I might surprise you because, as you well know,
Please don't tell me it's Doug Christie.
No, but-
Thank goodness. Tired of hearing about Doug Christie. Andy Douglas.
I knew that was coming. My favorite Sacramento King of all time is probably that same era.
Okay.
Although when he was first drafted, the guy that I wanted to be the greatest Sacramento King of all time was Walt Williams.
Okay.
Loved the Sox to
Yeah.
the knees. Great career
Makes
at
sense.
Maryland.
Totally makes
Kings
sense.
needed a miracle worker.
Yep.
He was that guy. My favorite King from that era was Bobby Jackson.
Oh, okay.
So, Doug Christie and Bobby Jackson were the defensive backcourt at that
Yep.
time. And Bobby Jackson's still around. He's assistant coach with the Kings and reputedly the funniest guy in the NBA.
Okay.
Just based on the way he talks smack to people, including Doug Christie to this day,
Well,
Mike Bibby, who's the coach at Sacramento
Right.
State right now. So
Yeah.
I always loved Bobby Jackson just because he played so darned hard.
Yeah, I can see that.
And we had flashy point guards. Obviously, Jason Williams, the flashiest point guard of all time. And
Yes.
even to this day, if you go back and watch his sizzle reels, they're unbelievable.
Yeah, I knew it wouldn't be Jason Williams
No.
because he's too flashy for you.
He is too flashy for me.
But the dude could make some plays.
Oh my!
let's
the
be
elbow
honest.
pass where he threw it behind his back and elbowed
Yes.
it back is the most clever pass I've ever seen in my life.
Pretty phenomenal. But I think you and I have that same opinion of guys because I look back to when I was a big NBA fan.
Yeah.
And again, I'll watch NBA now. I just don't have a team that I root for.
Sure.
I rooted for the Lakers for the longest time because James Worthy was my favorite player.
Which I could certainly see. Yeah, I mean James Worthy was really good in his
And
day.
not flashy.
And not flashy. You and I kind of tend to gravitate to blue collar, good solid human beings.
Yep.
So-
And that's why. And again, I don't have a team I root for in the NBA. It used to be the Lakers.
Yeah.
Not now.
No, that's a mess.
No. And again, it's gotten away from that for me. So maybe you could help me find my NBA team this season.
I think I can put something together. So based on your likes, I will start working on it.
So
I'm surprised you're not just a giant Nikola Jokic fan, just because he's so funny and tough and does all those things.
I probably just haven't watched him enough to really appreciate his game. And again, I don't watch a ton of NBA. I'm one of those guys. Okay, let's flip on SportsCenter and watch the highlights, and you kind of know what's going on. But I don't dig in. I don't dig into the TNT show, and
you're certainly not a League Pass guy, because that's my addiction.
Right,
it's like I come home late at night, I need something to veg out at, and if there's not a guilty pleasure movie on, the easiest thing for me is put on some lousy NBA highlights.
Well, and see,
just watch.
For me, that's college basketball.
So I get that.
During the winter, I'll come home and flip on ESPN, especially when they've got those late night West Coast games.
Oh, with Bradley coming up, Bradley Longcore. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's going to be.
So like for me, that's my. Get home from a game, I'm sitting in the office, what am I going to put on TV? College basketball.
I think when people ask us what they understand maybe the least about our job is the adrenaline at the end of a big night that you can't do anything with. Most people are home at 5 o'clock. They eat dinner. They can unwind. We get home at 11:30 on the back end of rushing around like mad people trying to get something together, and all of a sudden you get home, and I don't care how much sleep you've had, there's a buzz to that doesn't go away.
No doubt about it. And for all those years of newspaper business where you've got a 1 a.m. deadline and you got to get the paper done by 1 a.m., and that last hour from midnight to 1, you're cramming, you're scrambling, you're frantic. For that whole hour, the adrenaline is going like mad, especially on a football or basketball Friday night. And then 1 o'clock hits, the last page is out the door, and now you got to unwind. And it
doesn't go away.
There would be a lot of nights I wouldn't fall asleep till 4:30 because of that. And it led to my horrible sleep habits, which I've changed.
Good.
Dr. Rayburn, I promise, I've changed, and he knows that.
Well, you know, like,
I had to.
When I was in my 20s doing this, like I would play video games or something just to get, you know, I haven't played video games in 20 years, but it was something I could do to direct and divert my attention.
Yep.
I'd be up till 4 a.m. going, well, you probably should get some sleep at some point.
I'll be honest, the night my brother passed away, it was about 4 a.m. when I got the phone call. I was still sitting in front of the TV. You know, because, you know, you had deadline, you had doing all those things, and then it was like, okay, what's next? And still sitting up, and I remember that night so specifically, obviously, my brother passing, but I hadn't turned the ringer back on my phone. Yeah, so think about freaking out.
Oh, man.
And the phone was sitting there next to me on the side table, and I'm watching TV in the living room at 4:05 a.m., and the phone lit up. Thankfully, I was still awake because I missed that call. I would have been really mad at myself. But yeah, I mean, going to bed at 4 or 5 in the morning used to be common.
Yeah.
And then sleep for 4 or 5 hours and back at it.
Well, do you remember when we were young and we didn't need the sleep?
Yeah.
It was like, you know, I always used to pride myself on being able to go in 3 hours sleep.
Can I tell you a secret?
Yeah.
I went to bed at 9:30 Sunday night and was asleep like in 10 minutes.
That's impressive.
I was just worn out.
I get it because the pace is a lot. And, you know, I don't.
Well, and I had spent all afternoon at QU soccer sitting in the sun.
This has never been a 9 to 5 job.
And I was just worn out.
Yeah, you never work 8 hours in this job.
Oh gosh, no. Okay, so I had a funny thing. I was trying to explain to somebody how my schedule is and changes day to day. Because you don't know when you get up in the morning what's next. You don't know when you're going to get a phone call and say, hey, this is happening. You need to go take care of it. Right. Or somebody calls and says, hey, I know I told you we could do the interview at 4 o'clock, but the only time I'm free is at 10 a.m. Well, you don't go, well, sorry, if you can't do it at 4.
No, you have to meld your schedule to this.
Exactly. And trying to explain that to people who live in a very scheduled and work environment or live their life. I'm doing this at 10 a.m., I'm doing this at noon, I'm doing this at 2 o'clock. And they don't quite understand how weird our schedules are.
The one thing that does breed, though, Matt, is that no day is the same, and it makes the hours go very quickly. And if you're fighting a deadline, you never are looking at a clock, which I've always been thankful of in this job.
Same here. And the other part of that is I don't really know what a weekend is. In the truest sense, like you get off at 5 o'clock on Friday, you go to the bar and have a beer, you go grab dinner, maybe you go out that night, and then Saturday comes and you got all day to do, you know. what day off? What's a day off? Like, 'cause you don't know. Tuesday might be the day off this week because that's the way the schedule falls.
And there never is truly a day off.
No.
There's a day that maybe you do a little work in the morning or a little work at night. But that's also made me, and it's because nobody ever accused me of intelligence. It's taken me 30 years in this business to figure out to prize the time that I do have.
Yeah.
And to prioritize.
Well, and you've done that, especially as a grandfather.
Right.
You've chiseled out, hey, I'm going to try to spend time with my grandkids every Sunday.
Yes.
And it doesn't mean you're doing it from 10 a.m. to 2. You're not scheduling it. This is the hours I'm with my grandkids. No. It's like, hey, let's just make sure I got time on Sunday to spend with my grandkids. It's like now, we're into hunting season.
Yeah.
I'm not doing as much hunting right now. Again, I'm still working my way back to better health. So I'm not going to do as much this fall. But I want to get away. And I got buddies that hunt down in Pike County. We've talked about them here on the show. I want to get away one day and go visit, go hang out at the farm with them and go have, when shotgun season is here, I want to go to deer camp.
Any chance you might take Michelle leaf peeping at any point?
That will happen. I guarantee it.
See, I told you. I am so surprised and yet appreciative of your embrace of the concept of leaf peeping.
Well,
I feel supported.
I never knew it was called leaf peeping. I don't know why I didn't know that, but dude, you don't know how many times. Okay, full disclosure.
Yeah.
When I need to think, when I've got writer's block, or hey, I'm working on a project and I get in the truck and drive around the county. I just go out in the country and just drive and look for wildlife, but I put my camera with me now. I never used to do that. It used to be just drive, turn on the radio.
That's the Matt Schuckman artistic evolution.
And so the camera's with me now, and I'm looking for stuff. And there was one, was it last fall? I was on my way. It may have been like a Saturday playoff game. It was late October or whatever, and I'm driving. I think I was going to Macomb for something. And I'm driving along, and the trees in a certain stretch were spectacular. Please don't arrest me for this. But I'm driving along with the steering wheel in one hand and the camera in the other out the window, trying to take photos of the leaves as I'm driving. Probably not a smart thing to do.
When I made that admission to you last week, 2 weeks ago, whichever it was.
Yeah, whatever it was.
I expected scorn. I did not expect your support.
Oh, no. Dude, you know I'm an outdoorsman.
I do, but I just, it sounds like something that old people do, which we're old now. But
we are in our 50s.
Yeah, we are in our 50s.
Which when we were in our 20s, 50 sounded old.
It sounds super old. It's amazing how quick you get there.
Yes.
But do you know how disappointed I am to be going to Calhoun County without the leaves changed? On Friday night, because that drive down there is fun.
But you might get another opportunity in the playoffs. Well, you never know.
And I like Calhoun County.
You never know.
I do. Still never seen any peaches down there. Frank Cash tells me they're down south of Brussels.
Okay.
Because all these years of Calhoun peaches that I bought, which are delicious, I've never seen a peach orchard.
Okay. Well, you need to, instead of just going straight to Hardin and leaving Calhoun County to
south of Brussels,
just go for a drive.
I may have to do that this Friday.
There's some really, especially if you go past Calhoun County, like down toward Grafton and stuff.
Which is beautiful down there.
There's some beautiful areas down there. You'd be well worth it, and I think Angie would enjoy that.
She would.
And if you go all the way to Grafton, there's some wineries and some.
I've heard, and Pierre Marquette State Park.
Pierre Marquette State Park. So.
Which I've never done.
I think as the sports winal aficionado that you are, I think you have to take a trip down there. That's what you're, okay, in all honesty here, and again, I told you this last week. I don't remember if I told you on the air or off the air. Very impressed with sports winal.
Oh, thank you.
Your knowledge of wine floored me, to be honest. I mean, I knew you knew a lot about wine, but when you started talking about Charles Smith and Washington wines, I was like, whoa, he really knows his wine. Like, in the intricacies of it.
Oh, thank you.
I think you should a tour to tri-states of wineries.
That'd be fun.
And beyond. Like I think going down to Grafton and coming back and doing something on, hey, experience this winery here and this winery. I think the small, unheard of kind of wineries we have around here, I think there's your idea.
I like the idea. It's a great idea. And thank you very much for the compliment. It's been fun to cosplay wine influencer a couple of times.
And again,
and it's just for fun. I hope people understand.
Not trying to blow you smoke or anything. Because I didn't know what to expect from sports winal. But I was very impressed because it wasn't just, hey, here's a wine, we're going to sip it. It's fruity, it's dry, it's whatever. The knowledge that came with it really impressed me.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. That's been fun. So, Thanks to the folks at County Market
but
for
no
making
more,
that happen.
no more late night text after 2 bottles of wine.
Yeah, no, that won't happen.
Yeah, well.
It was a tough day.
It was fantastic. Well, good stuff. Next week we actually have a lot of interesting sports stuff going on.
We do.
But we got to come up with more fun topics to talk about here on Mud Brothers that are non-sports related, because I think people are enjoying that.
I'm having one that I've had in the back of my mind that I want to talk to Matt Schuckman about his favorite Thanksgiving dishes.
Okay.
Those things.
We got to get past Halloween. You know me.
Yeah, I know. You're seasonal.
Okay. It bothers the heck out of me that I'm seeing Christmas commercials. Yeah. And we're not even to Halloween yet.
No,
I want to celebrate Halloween.
Yes, and then
I want to celebrate Thanksgiving.
Yes.
There will be no Christmas lights up in the Schuckman household until Thanksgiving is over.
Understood.
But this year, there will be more outside decorations of the Schuckman household.
I want to talk to you about that too, because I saw something that I want this week. Very expensive, very Christmassy for the Christmas season. But Angie has obviously said no, not just because of expense, because it's garish and awful looking, she says. I will explain that when we get closer to Christmas.
I can't wait, because I'm going to side with you just to make her mad.
I knew you would. This is why I brought it up to you.
Exactly. All right, well, we'll be right back here again next week for another episode of Mud Brothers, brought to you by CDS Office Technologies. Chris Duerr, Matt Schuckman. We'll see you next week.
Muddy River Sports. Our home, our sports.